Well, I'm joined now by Sophie Alagna, and Sophie, you've had first experience of this, and you know just how important studies like this are.
Yeah, I have to say, sitting here watching that is just so encouraging to see that this topic is being issue, that the issue is being covered, and that the statistics are being published and given attention. This is a fantastic new research from Tommy's campaign. Tommy's campaign are heroic. You know, they've supported us, but more importantly, they're not accepting the statistic that more than 3,500 babies in the UK per year are dying in these circumstances. I think the term stillbirth is quite sort of unhelpful and misleading. What we're talking about is babies who are dying every year, 10 babies a day. My daughter Liberty died almost 7 years ago. She would be 7 in January. And like the parents in the report, what my husband Alessandra and I want to do is raise awareness in order to prevent more babies from dying in these circumstances.
And it's remarkable, isn't it, that we have the worst record, or one of the worst records, of any developed country. Why is that?
Well, I can only give you my opinion. I mean, there are reasons to do with the way that we look after mothers when they're pregnant. We don't have scans after 20 weeks, as you may know if you've got children. And so, you know, we don't know enough about whether babies are growing from when you are 20 weeks pregnant until they're delivered. Almost a third of children who are stillborn, like my daughter, if they'd been delivered well after the term when a baby would survive well outside the womb, then they would be with us safe and well and perfectly healthy. I know that because we had a post-mortem for my daughter. But I think a big part of it is the fact that we don't talk about stillbirth. We don't use the term, and we don't talk about this issue enough. For whatever reason, we're afraid to talk about it. I remember when my daughter died, hearing the term stillbirth and thinking, that's not a word that's in common use. You know, we hadn't heard it. I hadn't heard it as a pregnant woman. And the last time I'd heard it and registered it was when I was watching a film about Victorian times. And yet then you enter this parallel universe. You discover that 3,500 babies are being stillborn in the UK every year. And
you must have been so nervous when you fell pregnant again. Did you feel that you got much support? Did you get much help as you were going through that pregnancy?
Yeah, my 2 subsequent pregnancies were healthy and successful, but of course, you know, I suffered huge anxiety and stress as a result of what had happened with my first pregnancy. And also what's happening is that you are still grieving. You are grieving parents for that period. So it's very, very difficult to manage. I had good support. I had great support from health teams looking after me. But nothing makes up for the loss of your child. And what we need to do is prevent these deaths from happening in the first place.
And Cosmo and Rocco are fit and healthy and doing well, which is great news. And just finally, what advice to mums who are watching now? Obviously, this new research is worth adhering to.
Yes, so the advice from Tommy's campaign is to sleep on your side in your 3rd trimester. They have a campaign, #SleepOnSide. I think Tommy's website, which is tommys.org.uk, is fantastic. I think the advice that I would like to give is if you have any doubts about whether your child is growing properly, particularly from 20 weeks onwards, go and ask for an extra scan. Even if, like me, you're told that you are having a textbook pregnancy, have another scan, seek advice. And to everybody who interacts with anybody who experiences a stillbirth, is talk to them about it, open up the issue, and you know, support them and talk to them about it honestly and openly. Let's stop being afraid of the word stillbirth and what it means.
Yeah, it's fantastic advice. Sophie, thank you very much indeed for coming in.
Thank you.
Jackie has all the sport. What have we got coming up?
Well, some really sad news from the world of tennis this morning.